Imagine craving scrambled eggs for breakfast. You don't grab your keys and drive 20 miles to a local farm just to buy a single egg. Instead, you walk over to your kitchen fridge. Without realizing it, you're running a mini warehouse, managing the supplies your family needs to keep moving. We keep groceries on hand because daily life is messy and unpredictable. Having immediate access to the things we need is a basic, everyday survival mechanism. Massive global companies, from the makers of your smartphone to favorite clothing brands, rely on this exact same logic, just scaled up to a global level. Take that extra carton of milk you bought on Friday. You did that so you wouldn't have to worry if the grocery store unexpectedly closed for a holiday or a snowstorm. In the business world, factories and customers almost never move at the same speed. A factory might produce 1,000 shirts an hour, but customers only buy them in small, random bursts. Extra stock acts as a shock absorber. It catches erratic bumps, like factory delays or shipping jams, keeping the customer's experience smooth. If that cushion vanishes, every supply chain hiccup hits the consumer directly. They find an empty shelf, and the company loses a sale. This buffer of finished goods is a company's first defense against the chaos of the real world. Safety isn't the only reason to stock up. Think about buying a 24-pack of toilet paper. You pay more at the register today, so you can save money on every individual roll in the long run. Corporations do this on a massive scale. By buying 1 million microchips at once, they can slash the cost of building every single phone. Then there are the predictable busy and slow times of the year. If you're planning to bake a dozen pies for the holidays, you start stockpiling flour and sugar weeks before the big rush. Businesses prepare for things like the back-to-school rush or annual harvests by artificially building up their stock. They use a steady supply to fill the gap long before that mountain-shaped spike in demand actually arrives. Holding on to products is a deliberate strategy to manipulate costs and bridge the gap between when things are made and when they are actually needed. If having extra stock solves so many problems, why wouldn't a family just buy a 10-year supply of eggs today and be done with it? Because you'd end up with a house full of rotting food and absolutely no physical space left to actually live your life. For a business, storing products is incredibly expensive. It requires paying for massive warehouses, and it ties up huge amounts of cash that the company can't spend on anything else, while that product sits on a shelf. Every item gathering dust in a warehouse is effectively frozen money, cash the business can't use to grow or pay its bills. This brings us out of the kitchen and into the high-tech world of modern logistics. Managing all this is a constant, calculated tug-of-war. Companies have to hold enough stock to keep you happy, while keeping it low enough to avoid going broke from the cost of storing it. These massive warehouses act as precision instruments, constantly recalibrating to find the sweet spot between supply and demand. The next time you grab a bulk pack of paper towels, you aren't just shopping. You're successfully finding that balance for your own personal supply chain.